Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on Wednesday received Russian Deputy Prime Minister for Military Industries Dmitry Rozgazin at the Presidential Palace in Cairo. The meeting was attended by the Minister of State for Military Production, Mohammad al-Assad, the Russian Minister of Trade and Industry, and Russia's ambassador to Cairo. Presidential spokesman Ala Yusuf said that the president welcomed the Russian official and convened his greeting to President Vladimir Putin, asserting the strong relations between Egypt and Russia. President al-Sisi stressed Egypt's keenness on boosting bilateral cooperation in the military and civil industrialization fields. The presidential spokesman added that the Russian Deputy Prime Minister conveyed to President al-Sisi greetings by his Russian counterpart and his keenness to boost relations with Egypt in various fields.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on Wednesday met Arab health ministers who are participating in the meetings of the Arab League's Arab Health Ministers Council in Cairo. During the meeting, the president received the document of Cairo's declaration issued by the Council on the Arab women's health in appreciation to Egypt's keenness on women's affairs, as well as announcing 2017 the year of the Egyptian women. The head of the state also called for turning the declaration to an intensified work plan in order to improve the care levels of the Arab women, paying tribute to the role of the Egyptian women who have shown awareness and understanding to the challenges facing the nation. The Arab health ministers meanwhile hailed Egypt's support to the Arab women cases, as well as the Egyptian experiment in fighting hepatitis C.
Prime Minister Sharif Ismail headed on Wednesday the cabinet meeting where a number of political, economic, social and security files were discussed. The ministers reviewed measures taken to provide better services for citizens and protect the low-income brackets, as well as monitor the markets. The meeting covered the new draft laws and ministerial decisions which aim at achieving development in all fields. The cabinet tackled the new bill concerning a comprehensive health insurance to supply health care for all citizens.
Minister for House of Representatives Affairs, Councillor Amra Marwan, said that the number of Christian families who moved from Al-Arish following terrorist attacks rose to 154 families. The minister noted that the families moved to 7 governorates. For his part, Al-Ismailia Governor General Yassin Tahir said that 105 families arrived in Al-Ismailia, adding that all students were admitted to schools and universities. Meanwhile, a convoy from the National Council for the Human Rights asserted that the families left Al-Arish voluntarily as a result of the terrorist attacks. The mission was distributing leaflets containing threats was the main reason for pushing the families to leave their homes.
A conference held by Al-Azhar and Muslim Scholar Council under the theme Freedom and Citizenship had convened for the second and final day. The second day of the conference focused on means of dealing with common challenges and means of stopping foreign interventions. The sessions also discussed means of confronting extremism and terrorism. Concluding the conference, Imam of Al-Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib, is to declare Al-Azhar's declaration on tolerance and coexistence. The two-day conference is attended by representatives from 50 states to discuss the Arab success story of coexistence between Muslims and Christians. Addressing the conference, Al-Tayyib condemned attempts to distort Islam by linking it to terrorism. He called on all religious institutions to confront his phenomena and spread the moderate values of Islam. For his part, Pope Tawadros II said extremism is the main motivation behind terrorism. He called for modernizing the religious discourse, highlighting the values of coexistence in societies.
Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry continued a visit to Washington on Wednesday. Shoukry met with representatives of the American Jewish organizations and the Egyptian embassy headquarters. The talks covered means of boosting the Egyptian-American relations in economic, political and military fields. Foreign Minister spokesman Ahmed Abu Zaid said that the meeting focused on the importance of coordinating stance on regional issues. Shoukry reviewed the Egyptian position regarding the situation in Yemen, Syria, Iraq and Libya and their effect on the security and stability in the Middle East. Earlier during his visit, Shoukry held talks with his U.S. counterpart Rex Tillerson.